Yeah, thank you very much. Hi and welcome. As you heard some time now, I'm coming from Germany to you. Unfortunately, not in person. I'm so sorry for this, but I really hope that we have enough attendees here in the room. I cannot see if they're men and women, or hope you enjoy this in every case. So I want to talk about 15 apps for better productivity, and I welcome you from our German video studio. Let's have a view in our studio. As you can see here, I have some help on the other hand to switch the cameras. And now let's start about this topic. Well, when we started, I write down to Mark and I said, okay, we do 15 Teams apps for better productivity. And then I thought, okay, in 45 minutes, this is not so easy, but we will start now. My name is Alex. And as you can see, you can follow me. Maybe for the English content, it might be better to follow me on LinkedIn. There are also some German parts, but especially the English content all around Microsoft Teams. I'm MVP for Office Apps and Services here in Germany, and my main topic is Teams adoption in SMB customers. So let's talk about apps. Where do you find apps? I give you 5 tips around apps, what you can do with them, and we will have a view on these topics: collaboration, survey, project management, employee engagement. Video conference I changed to the end. We will see how the time goes by, if we can talk about this one, because maybe Teams is a video conferencing tool, so we don't need extra apps for this. But let's see how far we come. So where do you find apps? And especially in every case, you know that the apps are in the App Store within Teams. See on the left down side. You know this button, but do you also know that the apps are also in the App Store on the website? So as you can see here, you have the Teams App Store online. I brought to you this link, T1TPDEBRWA. When you use this or the QR code, you get directly to the apps for Microsoft Teams in the App Store online. And there's one specialty, because in this online app store, you can see the user reviews. As you can see here, we know this from Amazon and whatever online shops you have. You can see how the users rate the product. And in this case, you can also see these rates here in the online store. I think this is much better than the online store within Teams, because you have no user voices there. And in this Microsoft Online Store, you can see the user voices, and you also get some more insights of using these apps and what is good and what is bad. So have a look in the Teams App Store online, and you will find more information on this. Let's see, we have 5 tips how to use apps. This is very quick, maybe the main things you know, but the first part, as you can see here, is in the channels. Of course, you click the plus and you get many apps if your organization let them free, so you're free to install them. Then you see here over 800 apps. But there are more points where you can use apps. Next to the channel, you will have them in the conversations or in the chat. So this is also pretty nice, because maybe you search for a YouTube video. You don't need to switch to YouTube in the browser. You just use the plugin here within Teams, and you can search in the database of YouTube without changing outside of Teams. So this is a quite nice option to chat, or in the conversations have these apps integrated. The third part is that you can also use bots. Of course, not every app is using bots, but how do you get the bot activated? And the easy part is you just write the letter, and then usually in a conversation or in a chat, it offers you some names that you can mention. But also in this point comes up this look for the bots. Yeah, this is also one point when you type the mention, and there you have the possibility to search for apps that are using bots, as you can see here. As I told you, there are not every app using bots, but some are there. And when you use them, you can ask the bot for some information. Maybe in my case here, you can ask Mindmeister. This is one app. For brainstorming, you can ask the bot, are there any changes on a mind map that I've created with my team, for example. There are many other examples, but you can use bots. Fourth, you can use bots, apps in connectors. These are special points within a channel. A connector is always in a channel. As you can see here, we have the Mindmeister project or Teams team. And in the general channel, you come to the 3 dots, and here you have the connectors. Connectors are really great because connectors push you information directly in the channel. Without you, and you don't have to do anything around this. As you can see in this picture here, it is something like updates. I can ask Mindmeister with my connector and say, okay, well, whenever there's an update in a mind map that I triggered here, just push a notification, a conversation in this channel. So this is really great because when you have a mind map attached to this channel with your team and somebody changes something in this mind map, you will not get the information there was a change. But with this app in the connector, you can get this information automatically because Mindmeister pushes this information that there was an update. I think this is a great topic. And the last thing is that you can add apps, especially on the left pane within Teams. So you get full access to this online app. In my case, this is Mindmeister because Mindmeister has all these 4 types of apps support. And Mindmeister also has this app that you can add here on the left side, and you will see the whole possibilities within Mindmeister then in Teams. So you don't have to change to the browser and use Mindmeister. But this is also something that not all apps use. It's only some apps. And last part, maybe as additional tip around this, you can also pop out this app. You might know this, of course, but just when you use an app and you need it very often or the whole day, you can just pop it out. And so you have a second window where you can use this app. Okay. This is a small introduction around this topic, apps and where you can use them. Let's see some collaboration tools, what I want to show you. Of course, you know Microsoft Whiteboard, and you know that there's a big update announced that will come at the end of this year. But till it is so far, let's see what we have, especially when you want to work with different attendees in your meetings that are not in your company. You remember, Whiteboard is only working with the attendees in your company, in your tenant. When they are from different tenants, you cannot work with them within Whiteboard, so within the meeting. And so we use different apps like Miro. Miro is also a digital whiteboard. Well, it's not that especially, but the main point is that you can use this with attendees outside your office. So you can create boards and work with Canvas. There are many, many templates in there. And especially this point with externals and guests you can work with. What I always look when we look at apps, what is important for me is that you get this app for free in a smaller version, because all the people and the colleagues in your company, they need to try out if this app is really worth the money. So in my case here for Miro, you get it for free and have a small possibility to use this, to try this out. And when you want to use it more, of course, you have to pay for it. So the free version, we have up to 3 canvas that you can use. We have this fully Teams integration. But the only problem in the free version is externals will only be able to see the canvas and they cannot work with you. So this is a shame, because that's what I want to do. I want to work with the different people outside my organization. So this is unfortunately not possible with the free version of Miro. But let's have a look at the next solution. It's Mural. It's the same, and it's almost from the topic the same. The content is the same, but there's one big difference. Because we don't have a free license. We just have a free consultant license. So If you are a consultant, you will get Mural for free for 10 people. And this is much money, because when we have a look at here, usually it costs you £12 or $12 per month per person. And so you get in the consultant network 10 seats for free when you're a consultant. So maybe this is a tip for you. I use this always in my workshops I do with my customers. I use Mural because I got it for free, also for my team. And this is pretty nice, because in this version, then when you have the free version or the build version, you can access the attendees in every case. So wherever they are, they can work with you together in this Mural without any, oh, sorry, they don't need a login. They just get a web link, and so they can enter here. So let's have a quick look on the demo. I switched my place because I used the whole studio, and welcome you from here now. And we can have a look right in my Teams tenant. As you can see here, not the picture in picture. Okay, there we are. I added in this Mural Teams team in the general channel already this board. It's a little bit small. This is just to let you see enough. Usually we have a different resolution. I can expand it a little bit so you can see maybe a little bit more. And what I can do now is, just like in a normal whiteboard, I can just click and enter some comments. We have these white sticky notes, and we can use them just to swap around. And it's also possible to have attendees in here, and we can work on the same page together. I can see also their mouse, so where they click, where they're looking. There are many, many possibilities to have different things in here, how you can use this. I don't want to show you all the things, how a whiteboard works. It's just the integration in Teams is so special, because what I love, and this is about all apps, of course, that you can have the information you need rightly in that channel where the information is needed. Yeah. So when we have a Mural board around maybe some brainstorming topics, maybe you get an event that you want to organize, you can use this Mural board right exactly in the channel or in the Teams team where you organize your event. So every participant in this Teams team has access to this whiteboard. So this was a quick view on Mural within Teams, and we switch to the next side. I go back to my Surface Hub, and let's see, we also have something like Mindmeister. I already triggered a little bit Mindmeister. This is a German company, and it works on Teams with mind maps. I love using mind maps. I don't know how you do brainstorming, but this is really, really cool. And we have a fully integration in Microsoft Teams. So also here is the point that we have a basic plan that's free to you. You get around 3 mind maps that you can use. You can share your content with externals. They don't need an account. This is also in the free version possible. So you just add it to the channel in Teams, or it does not need to be in Teams. It's an online software, of course. You can use it just in the browser, but you can exchange with different people or within your team the ideas. This is really easy made. Of course, in the free version, there must be some differences to the paid version. You have no printing available, no export list. It's just plain text that doesn't look so nice. And of course, no adding of files or images. This is also a little bit smaller version, but well, if you need it, you can pay for it. It's no problem, but just try it out. It's so nice. So, and also now we have a small view on Mindmeister. I know I'm running through this session because we have so much content. I'm sorry for this, but you'll get a recording, I think. So we switched once more over here, and let's see. I switched to Mindmeister, and I already added one. And as you can see here, this is the same. We are planning our Summerfest 2021. Sorry, some texts are in German. Yeah, we're planning our Summerfest. As you can see here, we have catering. We have where we do our event, what we need to cook. what the invites look like or the music should be. So this is very nice, and we can add just some more content and work together with our colleagues in this channel. And as I told you before, this is so nice because we have the information exactly at that point where you need the information. How does it work before? Before it was, I organized my event within Teams, and then I have the brainstorming. So I have to switch over to Mindmeister. So I start my browser, I have to enter Mindmeister, I have to enter my credentials. I search within 300 of 300 of mind maps to find the right mind map, and then I start this. So it takes much too long to get to the information. I just pull the information within Teams at the point where I need it. Yeah, the information around my Summerfest is in the Teams team from the Summerfest. I really like this. So just try it out, Mindmeister. It's very easy to log in and get an account. As I told you, it's for free. So let's see, we have some more. Polly, we look at the survey apps, and what I really like is that we have survey apps, of course, in our meetings, but as in Polly, you can use it also in your channels or in the chat to ask your colleagues or the other team members what they have an idea, whatever is on the agenda or whatever. So you can create these surveys, and one specialty in Polly is you don't have an app on no web access because Polly is fully integrated within Teams. There's no other platform where you can use this Paul's tools. So Polly is only within Teams or within Slack. I didn't say that. So it's just in Teams, and there you can use this. We have in the free version up to 25 answers. I'm really sorry. 25 answers is bad because 25 answers a month is nothing. When we have 5 people in your meeting, you can just ask them 5 things and then 25 answers are away. I know this is a shame, but nevertheless, just you can try it out with this 25 answers. If you really need this, of course, we can talk about forms. Yeah, I have a slide once more about forms later. But this is one thing in Polly. It is much more options that you have to use these polls. There's the slide. Sorry, I thought it comes later. What we have in forms, it's a renaming. I just want to show you one thing that popped up on 10th of December. Microsoft will rename forms and will change this within Teams. It gets in the new name polls. And let's see if this has any changes also in the functionality, because forms within Teams is not as good in the options as maybe Polly is. So it depends on what you need. Of course, Polly is expensive. I don't have the price here. They changed the price in my feelings every 2 months. I started doing this workshop here in December last year, and there it cost $19 a month. And now we are, I think, up to $79 a month. So you have to really good look on what plan you want to book. When you need a plan that is longer, not 1 month, it's about 1 year, it's not so expensive, but you really have to have a look on this. So let's see, we jump over and have a look in Polly. And as you can see here, I need to hide this. Okay, here we got it. Polly is so integrated that when you start the app for the first time, it takes your credentials and you don't have to log in or do anything else. You get automatically the account. And as you can see here, now we have the possibility to make new polls. We have here the choice, of course, how was the speaker? And maybe I want to have a rating. This is much better. So I changed this. This is what I mean. There are more options. You can do this with forms, of course, too. But this is much easier to use when you use it more often, of course. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to buy this. But as you can see, how was the speaker? Question mark. And we have different possibilities. I can make deliver this in the general channel. Everybody can see the results. Is the response public or not? And when do I send it? And so on. And I make it now, send now. And as you can see here, it comes up right now. So here we go. And it will be sent in 1 minute. Should it be? There it is. Send it out via the chat. And here you can see how was the speaker. And as I also want to see the results, I can see it here within Teams. So the main point is that we just have this change in more options when you use Poly, when you even use more polls within your organization. Just have a look at Poly AI, and maybe with a free solution, you can start using this. Okay, the ride goes on, and we have to see project management tools. And what I did take here in my session is Meistertask. This is also a German solution from the Meister company. This is mainly a big, the same as the planner tool within Teams. Of course, you know the planner tool, I think, or task within planner. Let's see, Meistertask is also a solution where you get it for free. You get 3 plans that you can use for free, or 3 projects. And I just want to show you the main change to the planner board that you use. And in the free version, I think you cannot see this very good. I make it a little bit bigger. Maybe you can see it here. You know this checklist. And we have the checklist also within Meistertask as we have it in Planner. But the difference is you can have checklists that you have as a repeating choice for different tasks that you have. So in Planner, you always have to write down the checklist new, because there are no templates. And you have templates within Meistertask for checklists. And this is very needful. Also, when you have the paid version of Meistertask, you can add more than one checklist. So more templates of checklists within one task. And if you need the checklist very often, I think this is a nice solution, and nice to know that you get with the free version of Meistertask this possibility. On the other side, I need to say this is mainly the same as the planner board. So also the same thing like planner or Meistertask is Trello. Maybe you know Trello. In my workshops with my customers, I see that Trello is also very good known. Well, we have the same part. We have these Kanbans. We have this possibility to switch the task from left to right. And maybe, as you need to know, the good thing in Trello is that you get the free version, and in the free version, you have the possibility to have 10 boards in your team that you can use with unlimited cards and lists, of course. So this is also a good thing. What you also have is these Power App boards, and this is a difference to the planner board, because you have more automatic things here. Automation is in here, calendar is in here, so you can put more things together in Trello. It's so more options like Poly versus Forms, or Polls, how it should be announced in the future. You can have this specialty here on Trello. Yeah, you know, just try it out. It's very good to see. Yeah, of course, the last point, I need to say this, you can also use the planner, task by planner. This is also a good integration within Teams. Of course, a good integration because we have the tasks assigned within this special app in Teams Task and Planner with your to-dos and with the planner to-dos that are assigned to you. I know this is a great chance to have all together in one place. This is not working with Trello or Meistertask, of course. You can use this in one app together with to-do. Okay, and the last point here in the project management tool is Asana. Maybe you know Asana. Asana is but a much more project-like tool. You cannot compete it to Planner or to Trello or Meistertask. Here's much more information and possible to show here in one app. And the main difference is also that Asana has a different integration in Teams because you don't have access to the whole board, as you can see it here. So you have only the integration of the tasks for Planner and or for the Asana to-dos that you have in your project. I need to explain this a little bit more because this is very important. You can add this app Asana in Teams and the possibility now to add tasks to your projects. And this is so nice because you can also add Asana to meeting. So you have Asana as a meeting app in Teams. And then you have on the right side the possibility to add tasks and change tasks within the call. And I think this is really nice because when you're working together in your project team, you get new tasks, you just can enter them directly during this meeting in the Asana boards without leaving the meeting video. Yeah, this is pretty nice. So you have also a free version that you can try out. Just have a look in. As I said before, Asana is a very special solution and it's not so easy to use. You need more information on how to use this. But just have a look. It's a free version. You can try it out. Okay, employee engagement. So this is really nice because it is always the thing. How can we engage the people in the room? Right now, I want to engage you, but this is not possible because we are on different Teams meetings here. So we just have a look right now in 3 apps. The first I want to show you is Kahoot. Maybe you have known or seen Kahoot before. Microsoft itself uses Kahoot very often. So this is an online game-based learning platform that you can use. You can create questions or trivia activity quizzes that interact with the people in the meeting. The main topic on Kahoot, it is very colorful, as you can see here. The bad thing is that you can, or you might use it in different languages, except you cannot change some language points within the software. So as you can see here, the answer of true or false is always true or false. It doesn't matter in which language you ask the question, it's always true and false. I think this is a little bit a shame, but the main people will know what it means. But it's very colorful. One problem is with Kahoot. I need to say this to you. It is very expensive. So as you can see here, it costs around $15 per month, and you have a minimum of 3 licenses. So it's around almost $50 per month when you want to use this. So just to show you, give it a try. You can use a free trial up to 20 participants. And just try it out if you need this solution. I will want to show you different solutions that are not so expensive. Let's see, it's Slido. Slido has also integration in Teams meetings, and you can use this. It's a free plan in there. You have up to 100 participants and unlimited audience and Q&A. This is really nice. But the main problem in Slido is the integration in the Teams meeting is only for the admin that starts the surveys, start the polls, or whatever is used. So this is only for administration. The main part is working within the web browser. So the people who are engaged in the meeting, they need a second window to use this in the browser and to see the questions and the answers and so on. So this is one thing you need to know. You need a second monitor. And one more alternative is Mentimeter. I use Mentimeter for 2 years now, and I love it. There's also a free plan, and I'm very happy to announce that Mentimeter is now within Microsoft Teams as an app for, I think, 4 or 6 weeks right now, so very new. And they did it a little bit better, I think. As you can see here in my screenshots, they added for every participant the app, and the questions, maybe when you have a quiz or whatever you ask, it will show up within the meeting on the right pane when you open it. And the possibility to see the answers, if you want to show them, then you have to share your screen, and the answers are within, I think it's not readable, but it is within the Teams meeting, an extra tab on the top that you open, and there you can see the answers if you want to show them to the people. But I think this is a really nice point, that you integrate the interactivity within the Teams meeting. They don't need a second monitor or a handy or whatever, a smartphone, to enter the answers. Okay, have a look at Mentimeter. It's also for free. So I have a look at the time. I need to hurry up a little bit, but I want to show you this Sapia. Maybe you know Sapia, maybe you know if this then that, or maybe you know Power Automate. Of course, Power Automate can also do a lot of things, but if Power Automate does not help you with anything you want to do, maybe you have a look at Sapia, because Sapia is also doing these things. When this happens, do this. And this is also integrated in Teams. And I go a little bit further here, as you can see here, when you push a new information on your Facebook page, maybe from your company Facebook page, it pushes this article exactly in a Microsoft Teams channel as a message. So when your colleagues are not in Facebook and they don't want to have an account, you can, as a company, you can write your content to the customers within Facebook, and it will push us automatically this information to Teams, so that your colleagues are also informed what the company shouts out on Facebook to the customer. Here are some more examples. Send channel messages within Teams when your attendee register. Send messages in Teams when new leads are created in Facebook, or star new messages on Slack to send channel messages to Teams. Hey, we have a Slack Teams integration here. Great. Okay, this is Sapia. Just have a look at it. It's also for a free plan. You can use up to 5 steps and just try it a little bit out. It's very fancy. And as you know from Power Automate, I think it's maybe a little bit easier to use, but just try it out. Okay, one of the last things we are coming to information. It's YouTube streaming platform. Maybe you tried it before. You can add videos to the channel. We have a view here in the channel. It's an extra tab. Unfortunately, you can only add one video. This is a shame, because maybe I want to have a playlist or something like this in. No, it's not possible. It's just possible to add one video from YouTube. But it's much better to have this in the chat or conversation. As I told you at the beginning, you can add and search for videos within the conversation and to push it here in the chat. One more thing is the calendar. What we have always in our adoption workshops, the people ask for a calendar, and you know we have a channel calendar. But what can you do with the channel calendar? You can just see the meetings that's coming up. You can do nothing else with it. Hey, Microsoft, what have you done with this? It's not possible to use this as I want to use it. So you can use Calendar Pro. Calendar Pro is also a free version possible, and you add it to your channel, and you have a monthly view. Hey, it's a monthly view. You don't have this in the channel meeting. It's just a week view. So if you have also a monthly view, and you can add recurring dates. Sorry, this is only in the premium version, where you have to pay €1 per month when you use this. So it's recurring is expensive, and yeah, some support things. So this is the main thing. Usually it's for free. And how do we use this? Maybe for social media planning. When do we want to push a social media plan? I don't want to have this in my calendar in Outlook. I need a special calendar for this Teams team where I can add this. You can also make resources within this. So maybe for your cars, when you have pool cars where you have to see who is using the car, you can use these resources also in this Calendar Pro app. Just have a look. I love this. It's a really easy one. But many use cases when you want to use this. Okay, just because of the time, I hurry up. This is the last one I want to show you, because Power Apps, maybe you know Power Apps. This is an app from Microsoft, but the thing is, I really think that Power Apps will be the main topic for this center of the years till 2030. So then this decade. This decade. In this decade, Power Apps will change so many things. So you just have a look in this integration in Teams. They made a new integration, so you have some more possibilities to use Power Apps within Teams. This is really cool, some low-code programming. As you can see here, we have this for customer problems. They can use it to get a call back that we use for our company. Or maybe like this, we have a fleet board where we can see our cars and the contracts and how they end and what about the kilometers they can ride or the miles. So this is a great integration, and this is mainly in Teams, and I can use all these apps also on my mobile phone. It works perfect. So this is a really great integration, and you have all the good things that you can use on your own processes, on your own things, how your company works, switched in a special application only for you and integrated in Teams. Okay, so guys, let's see here. There are, of course, many more apps. Maybe you know them. They are not for free, so I just added them here. But maybe you use something like SurveyMonkey, TeamViewer, Smartsheet, or Jira. All the Atlassian products are integrated in Teams. And as you heard, maybe SAP is doing an integration to Teams. So many companies are coming up. And this is a real good possibility to just make more out of Teams, get the information within Teams, what you need, and don't switch up to different locations or in the browser to get the information you need. It's all at the same point where you need it. And this is a big chance. So let's see, it's about 10 seconds. Yeah, thank you. Thank you that you attended my session here. Maybe you follow me. I know this was very quick and a short overview. You get the presentation, you can download them. You can always ask me. You saw all the possibilities how to contact me. Maybe the best thing is on LinkedIn. And I'm very happy to get you to the break because you get something to eat now, I think, or I hope for you especially. So goodbye from Germany and all the best to you. And hopefully we see next year in person in England. I'm happy to see you. Goodbye. Oh,